I'm going to talk you through how I approach painting a really complex flower of many petals that have lots of twists and turns in them. Hi, I'm Marie and I make lots of tutorials where I teach you to become the artist you've always wanted to be. You can click the link below to take a look at some of my other tutorials. So with a subject like this beautiful dazzling purple dahlia, it can be hard to know where to start. I approach each petal individually and treat each little twist or turn on it as a separate little area to paint as well. This approach really helps to simplify your painting no matter how complex the subject, and stops you from becoming too overwhelmed by having to consider the many different elements that come into play to make up this flower all at the same time. I build up each petal, making sure that I retain the lighter areas on it, as if these are lost, it's very hard to regain the contrast. And I add in my darker paint to the darker shadow areas on my petal and just blend them out into the background layer, and add in the individual detail that I can see on each petal. Then I move on to the next petal and again add in my paint and just blend the edges out into the lighter areas of it. And then continue to build up the darker areas of the petal, which are usually at the base or where they are overlapped and a shadow is created by another petal. All the time making sure that the transitions between my darker and lighter painted areas are always kept smooth. So I work my way around the flower, painting in each petal as I see it on my subject or my reference image, whichever I'm working from, so that I'm approaching each shape as a unique and individual area on my painting. And in this way, your painting becomes much more interesting with a lot more life to it, rather than painting each petal uniformly the same as the next, as this can create a really flat looking image. As I paint in each petal, I consider its edges and whether they are darker or lighter than the colour they are sitting next to, and I make sure that they are tonally correct in relation to each other. By doing this, I only have to focus on the one area that I'm painting in that moment, and after a while, when I stand back from my painting, I can see that the flower is starting to emerge in an accurate and naturalistic way, because each petal will be adding to the overall image and helping to build it up. So by painting it in this way, the tonal values of your flower should be correct, and this will give your painting a lot of depth and a naturalistic look. Then once you've finished your painting, you might want to look over the whole and maybe enhance any of the darker shadows where the petals overlap to add a little extra depth to your painting, but this will only be adding fine details at the end, as you will have already created an interesting and complex painting of a flower with depth and form. If you're interested in having a go at my full-length step-by-step tutorial of this dahlia, just click the link below and come over and take a look at the Watercolor Members Club, where there are over 70 tutorials to choose from, with in-depth instruction on all the techniques that you need to complete them. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming tips and techniques. Thanks for watching and happy painting!